we shall soon be able to report on the action areas taken and the successes or the failures that we have received based on our previous recommendations. So we'll be getting regular updates. Let me take this opportunity to thank our regional offices and partners for organizing prevent activities, including the walk to River Nyamwamba. I am sure this has increased visibility and knowledge on water and environment security in this country. And we hope that as we continue with the event, we should be able to manage these common resources more sustainably than ever before. This is what I think I have to say because of time. I would like to thank you so much once again, those who are online. I'd like to thank the media, the moderators, the panelists, the keynote speakers, the National Organizing Committee, Regional Organizing Committee, all our staff from the Ministry of Water and Environment, government, civil servants, and all of you stakeholders. I want to thank you so much. The youth, we recognize your participation and interest, and we hope that through this we shall build your capacity and be able to take on the challenge without reservation. Thank you very much, and may God bless you all.
Let's give Dr. Adongo a better round of clapping. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me now invite Dr. Calist Tindimugaya to come and present to us the summary and key messages of the Uganda Water and Environment Week 2021. Doctor has been the chairman of this organization. Thank you very much. You're most welcome, Doctor.
Thank you very much, moderator. Can I request that we have a short video summarizing for us how the week has gone, if you can?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 4th Uganda Water and Environment Week 2021. The focus of the Water Week is to improve our understanding of the centrality and value of water and environment resources in transforming Uganda's economy and improving livelihoods. This will be explored under the theme Water and Environment Security for Socio-Economic Transformation of Uganda, which is further discussed under the following 4 sub-themes. 1. Valuing water and environment resources for socio-economic transformation of Uganda. 2. Water and environment in a creative economy. 3. Dealing with water and environment shocks. And 4. Ensuring water and environment security for sustainable urban growth. Prior to the Water Week celebrations, several pre-event activities related to water and environment have been carried out in different parts of the country. On the 9th to 19th of March, we had a 371-kilometer walk for water, environment, climate change, and public health, raising awareness of the need for restoration and planting of the banks of River Nyamwamba. We also had a Lake Victoria expedition with Flip Floppy, the world's first sailing boat made from 100% recycled plastic. The goal of this voyage was to send an urgent message to the East African community on the need to end the unnecessary single-use plastic scourge that is threatening the region. A forest dialogue was held to celebrate the International Day of Forests under the theme Forest Restoration, a Path to Recovery and Well-Being. The event heightened the need for addressing issues related to deforestation, forest restoration, and environmental degradation. Regional activities were held by all the 6 regional structures of Ministry of Water and Environment in partnership with other stakeholders, highlighting how they are dealing with key water and environment pressing issues in their regions. On the 21st of March, the Speaker of Parliament also launched the annual tree planting campaign 2021, where the Ministry of Water and Environment, in collaboration with Uganda Breweries Limited, organized the 2021 edition of the Running Out of Trees. A campaign aiming at planting 40 million trees in one day, with a symbolic run of 330 kilometers relay from Kampala to Gulu City. This 4th Uganda Water and Environment Week has several parallel sessions running from Monday the 22nd to Friday the 26th of March 2021 for you to attend.
Thank you very much. Can I have a few slides projected? I will take you through the key highlights of the week, building on the film there. So, ladies and gentlemen, as you have already seen from the movie, the film there, we had this event running under the theme Water and Environment Security for Socio-Economic Transformation. Next. We had 4 sub-themes: varying water and environment resources for socio-economic transformation, water and environment in a creative economy, managing water and environment shocks, and water and environment security for smart urban growth. Next. We had quite a number of events, as you have seen, pre-events, quite a number of activities, the walk, you have heard about the walk, the flip-flop expedition, the regional activities at our regional concentrated structures, the forest dialogue, and many, many other activities. So these are called pre-event activities, and they were held before the main week. We also had a whole week, as has been mentioned, from Sunday, and we are ending today with a closing ceremony. We had an interesting opening session that was held in this same room, and it was telecast live on UBC and NBS. We also had a number of speakers. Overall, we had 40 keynote speakers and panelists. So we had 5 keynote speeches made by distinguished experts in their fields, and also had panel discussions totaling to about 34 people participating in those panel discussions. So, in addition, we had also a number of trainings. We had 5 short trainings in various areas of interest to the sector. We have 65 scientific papers that were delivered by people physically and online. We had a number of side events where we had a number of projects being launched. We also had the youth mentorship program. We had virtual field visits where people showed us what they are doing on the ground virtually. We had the youth debate this morning. Actually, the youth are winding up their debate. They will be joining us today. And overall, the participation was up to around 1,329. We had a number of people attending physically and a number of other people attending online. So what are the key messages that we are getting out of this week? Number one, this week has recognized that there is rampant destruction of water and environment resources, and this is regrettable. We have noted that the forest cover reduced from 24% to 12.4% from 1999-2020, and the wetland coverage has also declined from 15.6 to 8.9. So plastic waste is also now a major problem, and near 600 tons of plastics are disposed each day. We also note that water and environment shocks are on the rise. We're having rising water levels. We're having floods all over the country. Drought is increasing, and of course COVID is still with us. Landslides also are existing. So we need to worry about these shocks. We need to manage them so that they don't actually affect us so much. It was also noted that the sector receives just about 3% of the national budget, and this is a concern. Despite the fact that the sector is very important, its allocation is limited. There is of budget support to the sector, but this meeting noted that it is difficult to track. And I think one of the points that was raised is we should make an effort to track of budget support, because it was noted that sometimes it is mentioned that we are having enough money coming in from of budget support. The other issue noted was that GDP is estimated to decrease by 3.5% due to poor water management and pollution, while $3 to $6 million is needed annually to deal with climate change effects. Yet, if we don't take action, the cost will be 20 times more. So we need to invest in dealing with climate change if we have to avoid the losses and the shocks. Next. So what is recommended around these issues? That we need to prioritize water and environment resources as the country's strategic water security resource through increased allocation. It has been noted that water and environment resources should be given that attention as security issues. That if we don't give them attention, then Uganda will not be secure in many ways. That we need to preserve water and environment resources for sustainable national development, considering that our economy depends on available stock of water and environment resources. It was also noted that man needs these resources, but these resources don't need us. That we are invading them, we should actually give them space so that they can continue providing us the services that we need. Next. On partnership, one of the key messages is that we need to strengthen partnerships, that what needs to be done requires everybody. So government should partner with the civil society, with the private sector, cultural institutions, religious institutions, and indeed during this event, the contribution of the kingdoms was well elaborated, and the Uganda kingdom participated very actively. We feel that partnerships are going to help us move forward. Issue of technology and innovation, well, this event this week noted that we have a lot of technological advancements. And one of the speakers told us that if we don't employ disruptive technologies, those technologies will disrupt us. So we need to employ technology to innovate and ensure that we do things differently. Next. Community participation, especially the youth and women, it has been noted that we need to engage the youth and women very actively. We raise their awareness, but also build their capacity and support them to take advantage of these resources. It was noted that Uganda's challenge currently are jobs. And if we can take advantage of these resources to build the capacity of the youth and women to create jobs and incomes, then we'll be able to contribute sustainably to the development of the country. The issue of urban growth and industrialization was also noted that urban areas are already having water and environment challenges. Many of them are not well planned. With the expansion and creation of cities, we need to ensure that we plan for the use of these resources so that water and environment security in urban areas is addressed. Next. The issue of system thinking, that whatever we are doing, we need to remember that we cannot handle things in a piecemeal manner. So National Development Plan 3 has moved away from sectoral approach to program-based approach, and this, the participants of this week recommended that we should take advantage of the program-based approach so that we can integrate and coordinate the various stakeholders so that we can have holistic approaches to ensuring water and environment security, that we should also move away from linear economy to circular and creative economy, that the waste that we generate should actually be used to create wealth and income rather than just discharging it in the environment and causes problems. Next. Awareness raising and capacity development is very important, that we need to raise awareness and build capacity of various stakeholders. Research and development was noted as very important, that government needs to invest in research. We need to value our available stock of water and environment resources and ensure that the decision makers know the contribution of water and environment to the economy, but also peace and security. National system of audit and scorecard was recommended, that we should reward those who are performing well and actually sanction those who are not doing well. Data, whatever we do depends on data. We need to put in place a system of data collection, synthesis, and use so that we can guide interventions. Next. Financing, but all of this cannot happen without money. So it was recommended that the political and decision makers should be made to understand the role of water and environment in maintaining peace and security. That we should position water and environment as security issues so that the message can be heard. Oftentimes people think that we can do away without managing these resources, but when they are not available, they will cause conflicts. These resources are shared with other countries, and these could be sources of conflicts and wars among the countries. Next. Special funding, it was noted, should be provided to help us deal with these issues. All of this has been made possible, as has been mentioned by the chairperson of the National Organizing Committee, by a whole big range of sponsors and partners. We would like to thank these partners. There are quite many, as you can see them there. We wouldn't have had a successful Water and Environment Week without your support, and I want you to join me to thank these partners for the good work they have done. Of course, we have been having people working behind the scenes. The National Organizing Committee, those of you who are here, can you stand up for recognition wherever you are? Members of the National Organizing Committee, can you stand up? Let's give them a big clap. Of course, we have had the management and staff of the Ministry of Water and Environment, currently the Permanent Secretary, and your team of management. Maybe you can stand up and we give you a big clap. And of course, our sponsors and partners who have already recognized you. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. This is where we are. As the chair has mentioned, we are putting an action plan to help us track the implementation of these actions, and we will be reporting on them as we progress towards the 5th Uganda Water and Environment Week. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Kalist. Listening to all the activities that you've pointed out that took place this week, I think that's a lot of work. And I think we've clapped for all the organizers. I don't know if we clapped for you while we were clapping for them, but I'd like us to give you a special clap. Thank you for all the work that you put in. I think we're going to move to the next session now, and we're going to call up all the moderators that we will be posing our questions to. Charles?
Thank you very much, Josephine. And ladies and gentlemen, as we invite the panel members, some of the key issues that the panelists or the discussants should have in mind. Dr. Kallis talked about a summary or a rundown of how many messages were presented, keynote presentations, 34 panel discussions, 65 scientific papers, and a participation of over 1,000 people. Those are very important, and all their messages we are going to be discussing in this panel. But most importantly, the key messages that he talked about that the meeting, the whole week has recognized include the rampant destruction of environment and water, forest cover being depleted from 22% to now 12.4%, wetland cover going down from 15.6% to 8.9%, rising water levels, landslides, drought on the increase, and yet, amidst all this, a lot of work needs to be done, with only 3% of the national budget being given to the water and environment sector. A big issue there, if you asked me, and three key priority of recommendations that Doctor has lined out, coming from the week-long discussions, that there is need to prioritize water and environment, there is need to preserve water and environment resources, and most importantly, this can be done very well if they are partnerships that are built, sustainable partnerships at that. Allow me now start by...
Charles, before you invite the speakers, when we speak about partnerships, I think one of the partnerships, Dr. Callis, that you possibly didn't mention, but we saw taking part this week, was the young people. Yeah. And I think it's very crucial that young people participate and show up and take the message across. So I'm going to invite Leira, Charles, if you don't mind.
It's okay.
To come now and represent the young people. She's going to sing a song on water and environment. Leira, you'll just tell us a bit about yourself, and then you can start.
I was looking forward to hearing from her. Let's clap for her.
Sorry, do we have another microphone that we can so that we can see her? Okay, great. Do you want to stand in the middle?
All distinguished guests.
Leira, can I request, since there is adequate social distancing, can you just remove your mask so that we can see you properly? Thank you very much.
All distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Lena Kagere. Today we're celebrating Water and Environment Day. The theme is water and environment security for social and economic transformation of Uganda, so that we can protect our environment for a better tomorrow and a better Uganda. This is a message to you. Please enjoy.